Welcome back to another review of Married at First Sight. It's season 14, I believe it's episode 13. I believe that's what it is. These reviews are getting harder and harder to do because I am done with this season. It is a struggle to watch, it's a struggle to pay attention, it's a struggle to even care. I don't really care about any of the couples anymore. The only people on the whole show that I even care about is like probably Michael and Katina. Katina is more concerned. Michael seems cool, Steve seems cool, and I absolutely don't like anybody else in the show. I didn't take any notes, and I'm just going to struggle through this. I don't even know if I'm going to finish. I'm just ready for decision day and the reunion. I'm fed up with the experts and everybody, like all of it. It's just tiresome. Because usually with these shows, with the past seasons and with everything else, there's at least one or two couples that you think have a chance that might make it. That they do like each other. Those are the best seasons. When there are couples that don't make it, of course some don't make it, but there's hope for some. There's no hope for any of these damn people. As always, it's your boy Big James, the Big Eye himself. I'm sorry for that little rant at the beginning, but there's probably gonna be more rants coming later on. So hey, let's get into it. Let's start with the first couple. The first couple I'm gonna talk about is Steve and Noi. And Noi is getting on my fucking nerves. The experts come, Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper. I think I can't remember who talks to who. I think Pastor Cal talks to Noi and Dr. Pepper talks to Steve. And it's the same problem. That's what pisses me off. It's the same issues. It's Noi is just being immature and childish, and Steve is just he is not he is I don't know if he's intentionally or whatever. He is not telling her what she wants to know. She wants to know, will you get a job? She doesn't even care if he has money. She wants him to work because that's what she knows a man, husband is supposed to do. Whether he has money or not, it doesn't matter. She wants him to get up and go to work. She doesn't want to just be the one getting up, going to work, and he's staying here with the fucking dog. There's going to be a lot of swearing. They talk about the social media posts. Like, that is bothering Steve. And Noi pissed me off because she just doesn't. She's like, I'm going to keep doing it. She's like, I understand what Pastor Cal is saying. I understand what Steve is saying, but it's my social media and it's what I want to do. But you keep posting stuff. You say it's not about Steve, but it looks like it's about Steve. And how is he supposed to take it? And she literally don't care. And then she's telling them that she doesn't feel financially secure or stable with Steve. And Steve doesn't care. He's like, okay, I'll tell her something. He don't tell her shit. They meet at the end. He puts up his laptop. He goes through all his PowerPoints and spreadsheets. It ain't shit on there about money. It's about kids, what he wants to do, how he wants to split his time up. It was no bank statements. It was no bills. It was nothing. It was nothing financial that she wanted. And it seemed like it wasn't what she wanted. She wanted to talk about kids, yes. But she wants to know, do you have money coming in? Do you have money? And Steve is like, I'm not telling her shit. He's just playing along because I don't know if he doesn't trust her, if he's not comfortable telling her he has money. He wants her to like him for him. That's obvious. But I believe he said that he's deliberately not telling her about his finances. Maybe he could tell her off camera or whatever, but she needs something. But she also needs to grow up. Like, it's ridiculous how immature she is. And it's amazing how mature Steve is. You would think Steve, but even though him being more mature than her, he's probably more mature than everybody else in the damn cast, honestly. Him and work are just like bitter enemies. He just like he don't want to do that. He don't want to work a 9 to 5. It's like he been there, done that. He ain't doing it no more. There's no hope for them. I don't give a shit What? I don't give a damn if they say yes, decision day. It ain't no hope because she's childish and that damn social media means so much to her. And she's gonna keep posting vague, passive aggressive bullshit on it to piss Steve off. The next couple is I'm gonna go with Michael and Jasmina. I barely remember them. They're so goddamn boring. I think Jasmina was talking to Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal was talking to Michael. And Michael told Pastor Cal that he was doing stuff for Jasmina out of obligation because, he's her husband. And he was doing it because, he felt obligated to do so. But he said, over time, he started doing it because he just liked doing stuff for her. He enjoyed it. And he said that they were kissing, but Jasmina said that she was kissing him because she felt she was obligated to kiss him. She didn't really want to, but she's his wife, so she'd be like, I must show him intimacy. And Michael told her, like, you know what? If that's the case, then just don't do it. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. Pastor Cal told him that was stupid. Because he said, just how it was with you, if you were doing it out of obligation first, just like she was doing it out of obligation, but over time you kept doing it, and you started to do it just because you liked her. The same would have happened to her. I don't feel that way. I'm in the same boat as Michael. Like, if you don't want to kiss me, don't fucking kiss me. Like, I don't need no pity, no goddamn sympathy, affection. If you don't want to, then don't do it. So I understand what Pastor Cal was saying, but no. If that's different from me taking out the trash or me helping out around the house or, doing stuff for her, like, yeah, this is physical intimacy. No, if you don't want to do it, no. Fuck no. So Pastor Cal was wrong. A lot of the advice the experts give, Pastor Cal in particular, it seems like he is more used to talking to couples that have been together for a while, that spend time together, that know each other and are familiar with each other. They don't know anything about each other. So a lot of the advice he gives them, it just seems really useless. It seems like, yeah, it's informed, it's educated, but not appropriate with the circumstances. Jasmina says she's not attracted to him. She doesn't feel any like physical connection, intimacy at all. And Michael said, he doesn't know what to do, so he just pulls back. He's like, I don't know if she wants me. And Jasmina said that she doesn't mind him touching her. She like, no, I'm fine with him being on me. She is okay with the physical contact, but she said, I don't feel anything, but I don't mind him being on me or touching me or me touching him. That's fine. So she doesn't care about the physical contact. She doesn't have any emotional connection. So when he does it, it means nothing. It's not significant or anything. So, and I think he feels that, so he just doesn't do it. Like, because it will feel awkward if you're doing something to somebody and they don't care, and they're telling him to work through, but you can't. I couldn't work through that. If you don't want me, you don't want me. And if I can feel that if you're just doing something and you don't care, I guess some guys wouldn't mind. They'd be like, whatever, I don't care. I'm like Michael, I would care. I wouldn't want to feel like that. I wouldn't like that feeling at all. Yeah, they're not gonna make it because they don't like each other. Well, he likes her. He likes her a lot, but he's so afraid around her. He's so cautious. He's so on edge. He doesn't know what she's doing, where she's coming from. And she's like, she doesn't care, but she doesn't mind. And I don't know what the hell to make of that. That's so damn vague and sound like a trap. They're done. And the thing is, they could make it if they just communicated more. She said that Michael hasn't opened up to her about his past, so she can't feel a connection because she doesn't know anything about his past. And I was like, we've seen Michael open up to you. We've seen him talk. I don't know anything about Jasmina. She hasn't told him anything about what's going on with her as far as we can see, but we've seen Michael tell her about stuff in his past. I don't know if she feel like that's not enough or what, because I haven't seen her say shit. And he didn't complain about not knowing anything about it. So this must be some stuff we're just not seeing. And she must not be satisfied with the information she has. That's all I can think of. Because I don't know anything about her. Do y'all know anything about? I don't know shit about Jasmina. She's a teacher. She's with her stepmom, twice removed. Her dad is in Jamaica. Her mom left her when she was a kid. It's so I know, but I know that from the background stuff from like episode 1 when they were talking to her. She hasn't said any of that stuff since then, and I haven't seen her say anything to Michael about it. So he probably doesn't even know. But she says that he's the one that's not talking, but he's the only one we ever see talking. So it could be. I don't know. I don't know what the hell going on. The next couple, Katina and Olajuwon. Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper. Pastor Cal was with Katina, and Dr. Pepper with Olajuwon. Dr. Pepper, Olajuwon is childish, immature, and I think he has a problem with women. I'm not sure. Dr. Pepper was basically telling him about himself, by how he belittles Katina. He talks down to Katina, and he does talk down to Katina. And he took offense. But that's not what he's doing. That might be what it looks like, but he don't got time. People say stuff to his face. He don't want to play around, beat around the bush. Nope, this is all shit you doing. He said, I don't have time for he said, she said. It wasn't no he said, she said. It was literally everything he said. He does talk down to Katina. He actively talks down to Katina. He says she wasn't mature. He says that she needs to grow up. She doesn't know anything. I'm like, Katina is a grown ass woman, and she got this far on her own. I'm pretty sure she can go further without you. But he's like, oh, I'm just helping. It's like he looks at her as beneath him. But when you pointed it out, he's like, oh, that's not what it is. That's exactly what it is. He's full of shit. He's full of all the shit. And he doesn't like to be challenged, especially by a woman. Because he got very agitated with Pepper. Like, she don't know what she's talking about or any of that stuff. He loves to run his fucking mouth. But he's not saying anything constructive or helpful. He's always defending himself. He's always not apologizing, just talking around an apology. And he thinks that everything he does is right because he's doing it. Olajuwon is the worst kind of motherfucker. He is the worst kind of dude who is completely not aware of himself. And you saw later on when they were all playing volleyball together, because they were doing a group activity, and he was just shitting on Dr. Pepper, saying that him and Katina happy. Katina has says nothing. With Pastor Kyle, she is not happy. She is like a beaten woman. She looks like she has battered wife syndrome. She looks like she is defeated. And neither one of these motherfuckers can cook. That was the other thing. They started the episode going grocery shopping for the first time. They never went grocery shopping together. So they were talking about ribs. Katina don't know how to, the way she talks about cooking and seasoning food. They had ribs, and she's like, I'm gonna season it. Like, what are you gonna do? So I'm putting, salt, pepper, barbecue stuff. I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't know why he wants her to cook. She clearly knows nothing about cooking and is not interested in learning anything about cooking. I don't think she's made anything that's really all that good, going off what they say and how the stuff looks. And just listen to her describe cooking or what she's going to do, I'm like, this woman does not cook. But he is insistent on it. Like, he said he's going to fry chicken and he don't teach the recipe. I don't think, listening to him, he can't fucking cook. Why is you demanding shit from her that you can't do? He doesn't know if it's good food or bad. He don't know how this shit works. Neither one of them can do this. But he thinks he's right and she's wrong. Because he said it, not her. He's talking shit about Dr. Pepper, not knowing that her and Pastor Cal was there. When they came out, he looked silly. And the way he talks about Katina, the my wife shit gets on my nerve because he says it like it's a slur, like it's an insult. He says my wife like it's an insult. And Katina is just sitting there and he is just degrading her, talking over her, ignoring her, and she looks defeated. He says Katina is all right, we're all right, and Katina does not look all right. She looks like she is having a very hard time. And it's infuriating to watch. I just want her to get the fuck away from him. And I think everybody watching it wants the same thing. The last couple is Mark and Lindsay. Mark talks to Pastor Cal, Lindsay talks to Dr. Pepper. These two people don't need to be married to anybody. Pastor Cal is talking to Mark about him and Lindsay's arguments, and Pastor Cal completely dismisses that, lets Lindsay totally off the hook, and says, what do you feel when she's yelling at you? And he spins that into Mark feels like his dad when his mom was yelling at his dad. He doesn't want to be his dad. He doesn't want that type of marriage that he saw his parents have where his mom was always yelling at his dad. Lindsay, Dr. Pepper, she's got mom issues. Always yelling, always feeling like she's being talked over, like she doesn't care. Like her mom treats her like shit, so she treats other people like shit as like a defense mechanism. She wants all the attention because she never got attention, and she wants to be the center of attention all the time. Both of these two are so fucked up that they shouldn't be married to anybody, and that pisses me off about the experts. They should come in. They don't do. They should really just come in, kick the damn door in, and be like, "We made a mistake. Y'all get the hell away from each other. No more of this. No, God damn it, no." They don't do that. They try to pass the cow, try to make it work. You can get through this if you just put in the time, put in the work. There is not a snowball's chance in hell this is going to work. It's not going to work. You're trying to achieve the impossible. Let it go. They had some more bullshit going on with them. Mark is crying. Lindsay is crying about her mom. He's crying about his dad and how Lindsay makes him feel. And she's talking about how Mark makes her feel. And she said that, she doesn't feel like Mark is all in it. She told Mark that. And Mark said, but I haven't gone anywhere. And he had a point when he said that I haven't threatened to go anywhere. Every day you come in here, you say, I'm out. I'm going to leave. I'm going to take my stuff and go. He said, you're packing up bags. You're getting stuff. You're ready to leave. You do that every day. I haven't done it once. So how am I not committed? She blows it off. Mark is fucking right. How are you sitting here saying, I'm not committed, I'm not trying, and you're the one that's threatening to leave every goddamn day? Mark has not once said, I'm going to go or I want out of this. Lindsay says it all the time. But she acts like he's the one saying it. A lot of stuff Lindsay gets mad at Mark for doing, she is the one that's actually doing it. And Mark is just too sweet and too humble. And too soft-spoken for any of this. There's no way him and Lindsay can make it. It would be such a bad parent. They would be such a bad couple. They really would. Mark is like, he's tired of having sex with her. Mark is just tired. He's really tired, man. And they get together, and Mark is just like, he said that he feels like Lindsay does care. She has unconditional love inside of her. Lindsay's love is anything but unconditional. It's nothing but conditions. There's a condition to everything she wants. If she does something for you, she wants acknowledgement. She wants praise. She wants you to shout it from the goddamn mountaintop. It doesn't matter what it is. Her love comes loaded with conditions. So, Mark, I don't know why the experts don't just tell them, man, give it up. They could have told all these couples, just give it up. It's done. And they didn't do it. I know I missed detail. I know I left stuff out, but it's just like it's so hard for me to watch this because it's so stupid. It's just so stupid and it's so irritating. There's no hope with this whole season. There's no point. There's nothing. There is no love in this entire season. There is no affection. There's no honesty. There's no companionship. There's Michael and Jasmine at least have friendship. The rest of these couples aren't even friends. They never get along. And we're watching an abuser in Olajuwon be abusive to his wife Katina. He's a fucking caveman, and no one is stepping in. And that's what also is infuriating. No one steps in. You see the same thing with Lindsay and Mark. She just shouts over him, and like nobody is saying, "What the fuck? Like we made a mistake." But this is a train wreck. At least Steve and Noy are civil with their hatred. Shit. The rest of them aren't even civil. They're just goddamn cavemen. But those are my thoughts. There's a lot of them thoughts. But what are yours? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and let me know what you think, man. Until next episode, we have to struggle and slog through. Peace.